Welcome, I'm Lana, and today I'm sharing 6 things that I am thinking about when I'm considering whether or not to get a new credit card and which one to get. Come and be a part of the Money at Home community by hitting that subscribe button. First thing I'm thinking about is, does the APR really matter? So the APR is just talking about what kind of interest rate you are getting on the card. So if you carry a balance from month to month, your credit card will start to charge you interest, and that's just saying what that interest rate will be. In my opinion, all of that is all bad, and all the interest rates are pretty horrid. My goal is always to pay off my credit card every single month, so I never actually need to discover what that interest rate is like. So pretty much across the board, the interest rates are all terrible looking, and it's not uncommon to see interest rates from 14% to 24%. The interest rates are just so high. For comparison, you may have an interest rate of about 3% on a mortgage. So 24% on a credit card is extraordinarily high, and that's why I want to avoid carrying a balance on my credit card. Also, don't be fooled by those intro 0% interest rates for a while, because they're just hoping you're going to sign up for the card and then start being okay with carrying a balance so that you end up paying a bunch of interest, because interest is how the credit card company makes money. Also, if you need to do some debt consolidation and you're trying to get your money from maybe a really high interest credit card and you're trying to get to a less interest credit card, maybe don't consider a credit card as an option for debt consolidation or trying to lower your interest rate. A bank might be a better option. Next, I'm thinking about my why. Why do I want a credit card? What is my goal for having a credit card? And that will really steer you towards what kind of credit card you should get. So 3 main reasons I can think of you might want a credit card is 1, to get travel points, 2, to build a higher credit score so that you can get a better interest rate on a house perhaps, and 3, so you can get some cash back. So narrow down what your goal in having a credit card is so that you can pick a better credit card for you. So while you're perusing all the credit card offers that you may have, think about, why am I getting this card and what is this going to be useful for? Next up, I'm thinking about, will this particular credit card cause me to spend more money than I was already planning on spending? So there is this Amazon rewards credit card that I found, and it looks super interesting, but also it's a little bit scary for me because I don't want to be tempted to spend more money on Amazon than we already spend on Amazon. So if you already spend a bunch of money on Amazon and you're like, this would be a great way for me to get some cash back from that, great. But if you think that it would tempt you to spend more money on Amazon because you'll be like, I'm getting cash back on this, so not a problem, maybe avoid that card, because it could help you fall into temptation of spending more money than your budget was ready to handle. We have a Costco Citi card, and I don't think this actually makes us spend more money at Costco, but it could. It just kind of depends on what you're like, so know what you are like. But for us, we're already spending so much money at Costco because when we buy in bulk, we can save money overall, that getting those cash back points and those cash rewards was just worth it. And then a caveat to the travel. So you get this travel card, but you're like, oh, if I spend more money, then I'll get more travel points and then I'll get a free vacation. But if you spent more money on your credit card than you were planning on spending before, then you're not really getting free travel points. You are paying for them with the extra items that you have purchased outside of your normal budget. When I'm considering credit card offers, I'm also considering that the credit card company is not my friend. We probably get at least 5 credit card offers in the mail each week. They're all pretty and shiny, and they have those like little cards in there to make you look like, ooh, look how pretty this is. These offers have shiny pictures on them, shiny pretend cards, whatever they think will entice you to get a credit card with them. But they put so much money into advertising because credit cards can make the credit card company so much money. And they make money when you carry a balance on your credit card. They want you to get the credit card no matter what, even if they give you this special bonus offer at the beginning, if they give you the 0% interest for 5 months or whatever it is. They will do anything to get you to get that credit card. And then they're hoping that you will mess up and carry a balance and have to pay interest on that money. They want to make every single offer sound as enticing as possible. Don't fall for those shiny ads. The next thing I'm asking myself is, am I ready right now to be responsible with this credit card? Credit cards are kind of like playing with fire. If you're not ready and you don't have that fire extinguisher and that hose ready, you can get in big trouble and really mess things up. I know some people want to avoid this altogether. Like the Dave Ramsey people would say, never, ever, ever, ever get a credit card. And if you don't think that you would handle a credit card very well right now, maybe you shouldn't get one. I don't think this is a fix-all solution to just never have any credit card ever, because they are dangerous. I think we just need to be careful about them and know what we're like right now and what kind of discipline we can bring to our credit card. The last thing you want to do with your credit card is open a new credit card and then get in more money trouble or more debt that you have to work for years to pay off because of the ridiculous interest rate. Also, it really hurts your credit if you're late with your credit card payments. So you really don't want to hurt your credit, your ability to get a mortgage later, anything like that by getting a credit card. So think long and hard before you get one if you are personally ready to have a credit card. Next, I'm thinking about what credit card will I qualify for. So it's actually kind of hard to get your first credit card when you don't have any credit, you don't have a credit score, you're just a blank slate, or if you have damaged credit, or maybe you had some medical debt that you defaulted on or something like that. It can be kind of tricky to get a credit card. So I'm going to show you a few options that I found about people that are rebuilding their credit. There is a credit card out there for that opportunity. And then once you get your first credit card and you can prove that you can be responsible with it and you start building your credit score, before you know it, you will be able to apply for any credit card. I'm going to leave some links in the description of some resources that I found for people searching for different kinds of credit cards. Also, check out the credit card websites. Often they have credit card finders and you can see which kind of cards will work for your situation and your needs. And the last thing I'm thinking about is, do I want a card that has a fee or a card that has no annual fee? So on one level, you could see this as a numbers game. If I'm paying $100 a year, but I get $300 worth of benefits out of this credit card, it will be worth it. Or maybe I'll get $600 worth of benefits out of this card, that will be fine. Or if I get that amount of travel points or whatever it is, you could say it's justifiable to have a fee on the card because I'm getting so much out of it if I use it as intended. But the problem is, are you going to use it as intended? So it's a bit of a risk when you get a credit card and you don't know if it's actually going to go the way that you planned. And if you have the credit card, then they're going to charge you the fee every single year, whether or not you take advantage of those rewards, if you take advantage of those travel points, if it works in the way that you thought, or maybe your points are only redeemable at Amazon and you don't spend any money at Amazon because I don't know. Things change and situations change and you don't exactly know exactly how it's going to work out with your credit card. So for me, I like to steer towards cards that have no annual fee. So it really hurts your credit when you close a credit card. So I want to avoid closing credit cards, which mean I want to open ones that I know are not going to cost me money in the long run if things don't go as planned. Maybe you get this fabulous travel card, you use your first few points to fly to Florida, and then you realize that it's hot and sticky there and you don't like it and you hate planes, but you still have that credit card and you're still paying that fee, and if you close it, it'll be a huge ding to your credit score. So you're like, well, I guess I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna pay the $95 a year. This could be avoided if you got a credit card that did not have that annual fee. So for me, it's no fee. So our favorite credit card right now is the Citi Costco credit card, and I made a whole video about that card if you want to go check that out. But we have been really enjoying the cash back on that and has been totally worth it for us. But let me know down in the comments what's a credit card that has been really good for you. Also, if you have any tips for anyone who is starting out with their first credit card, which credit card should they try to get first? Because it can be so tricky to get your first credit card. It really helps this video out when you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.